Welcome dear YouTube viewers, I'm Xnick streaming again with Magic Duels. Today I have a cold. I hope that this is not a bad idea to do this, but anyways I wanted to show you this deck that is still not finished. I'm not quite sure I like the aspect, but it can work. I've been trying this against the AI and I think I'm ready to go against people. So the idea behind this combination of cards is to assemble lots of permanents that can produce mana besides our lands, so we can spend extra mana to cast very powerful spells which are limited, or the power depends on how much mana you use, beginning with Walking Ballista, a very powerful artifact, shoots counters against other creatures or players, cost double X to gain X counters, and you can after you have this out, you can still keep paying mana to raise the amount of counters on it. Then Prophet of Distortion, a very cheap creature, but the most important ability is that you can pay 4, including one colorless, to draw a card, and we want to draw as much as possible so we can hit our cards. Then Fall of the Titans, one of the most powerful spells in the deck, because if we get to activate Surge, it's going to cost 1 red mana plus X and deals X damage to each of up to 2 target creatures and or players, but we only have 2 copies, the maximum allowed in the game. Then Druid of the Cowl from the Either Revolt, a 1/3 elf that gives mana if we tap the Druid for 2. It's very efficient. Rolling Thunder, also next. This does not have the Surge, but it's a sorcery, not an instant. It costs 2 additional red, but with X it's a similar effect, but we can distribute damage as we choose in between creatures or players. And Ruin in their wake, beautiful ramp spells that for 2 lets us search for a land. It's going to be put on the battlefield if we had a land wasted outside, so can be used for ramping or color fixing. Then Balakut Invoker, we interrupt this transmission to let you know that this card is bad. Okay, this is a creature for 3 red and 2, 2/3, so it's overpriced, and also for 8 mana it deals 3 damage to the target. So if you for some reason have 11 mana that you don't know what to do, maybe you want to use the Balakut Invoker, what can you do with 11 mana that you don't know? Well, okay, we are going to try to make this one work somehow. Then Nissa, helping us getting our lands in the both sides are pretty cool. Oh, my cold is getting worse. 1 copy of Tireless Tracker, since we want to draw. Actually, we don't care about the damage that the Tireless Tracker herself can do. We just are interested on the landfall, and well, we can only get 2 of these in the deck, but I think with 1 it should be enough, maybe, hopefully. Left Ring Druid, another elf, more expensive for 3 mana, but has the ability to give mana of any color, and it's an additional 1, so we are running 4 Druids of the Cold and 1 Life Brink. Then 2 copies of Jorian. So whenever we cast our second spell, we can draw a card. So let's hope we can keep, if this is out, let's hope we can keep doing this. Retreat to Korham. I don't expect you to see this card a lot out there, but it has a very cool landfall for us, because whenever the land enters the battlefield, you might either choose to tap or untap a creature or scry one. So the use for us is obviously to ramp us by untapping our mana producers, and also the scry one comes in handy when we do not have the mana accelerators. Then Fever Visions, I think this is a must in our deck, giving additional draws each turn. Also can happen, this one can happen to deal a lot of damage to an unsuspecting opponent, and also deals with Planeswalkers if we need to. And one copy of Nissa's Pilgrimage for ramping. We want the lands, Cryptolith Rite, so if we get to duplicate one of our ramp guys, we get 1 mana out of the -2. That could mean the difference between losing or winning. And then for those situations when you just have too many lands in your hand and you need to drop them, also the activated ability, it's going to let us reactivate the landfold since we bring back 1 land to our hand. And well, for 4, trample can do some damage, but the abilities are the most important aspect for us. 2 copies of Warden of Geometry, another mana producer with vigilance, might be useful for at some point to attack. Chandra, another Planeswalker, has the ability to give us mana or draw a card, and if we have enough mana we can do the card with confidence that we are going to be able to cast whatever pops out. So very good for us. Kiora, these Planeswalkers lets us untap a creature and a land, so it means that we get 2 mana by doing the +1 if we have the appropriate targets. Then Nissa also untaps 1 land, and there's not much graveyard interaction going on, but -3 could potentially bring back 1 thing from graveyard to the hand, so that could be important, especially if we have used all the counters from one of our ballistas. And finally, Nissa's Renewal, giving us a ramp and life aspect is very important for us because this deck is going to struggle. It's a challenge to stay alive with a deck like this. Once we assemble our resources, we pretty much have 1 shot at killing the opponent with 1 of these, and that's it. So it's an all-in deck that if we get disrupted, it's very unlikely to recover. So let's try and see how bad is this going to perform in actual games. Against the AI is pretty easy, but let's see if something with brain cells can show us what's done here, how to properly do a deck. Now, this deck I think has plenty of room for improvement. I've been trying some cards that work, some that doesn't, and I think that next I'm going to go for 2 colors with just blue and red. I think it's doable, so that it's going to be the next time. So for the time being, I think this is kind of cool. Let's go with the Hinterland Harbor, so we can cast the Druid of the Cold turn 2. Then we see what's going to happen. Okay, opponent with green. So maybe if the opponent does not play too fast, we can do it. Go Forest, go Druid. So if we see black here, we are in trouble. Otherwise, I think we have a chance. Not entirely sure, but maybe. So we start our next turn with 3 mana. We could go for the Life Bring Druid, and keep this one for defense. Or we could go with the Warden. I think the Warden looks better here. Okay, so provided these two creatures stay, we have 6 mana for our next turn and we are ready to shoot the Nissa's Renewal. That could be a good idea depending on what we see on the other side of the board. Okay, this totally looks like a trap. Do we care? Or do we have... maybe we want to win some time. This forces the opponent to spend some mana to cast... Oh, what? This was a bluff. What? I totally expected the opponent to pump this guy. No, he just wanted... he only wanted the revolt. Just for the sake of revolt. Alright. So two 2/3s for 1 mana each with Death Touch. But now we are getting closer to get a very big ballista. So I'm going to die, but not just yet. So let's go with the renewal here. We can afford to take some damage, get the remaining colors that we want. We could cast Ballista for x equals 0, but that could be a bit silly in this type of game. But next we can take down one of them with the Walking Ballista. So we have 8. This we could decide to make this one enter. Okay, this is okay. So 8, giving us 4 counters, not going to be enough. We take 6. Next turn, the opponent gains life out of this Winen. So I think here ramping should be appropriate. Just preparing our pretty huge ballista for the next time. Okay, another... yes. Well, if I got that to my hand, I did a misplay there. Okay, the Warden and the Lifespring Druid. Okay, I could have 1 mana open, that meaning that one of these should not be tapped, because I was so focused on ramping that I sent the land to the battlefield tapped instead of to my hand. Okay, the opponent has black now. Well, he had black from previous turn, and Liliana killing the Lifespring Druid. No, Liliana, why? But that means that probably the opponent is not going to attack with these 2. Otherwise he loses the protection for Liliana. Let's see. Okay, he just needs to have... okay, attacks with everything. Alright. That's pretty strange. Skip the blocking, take 9 to the face. Okay, and... oh, Rolling Thunder. So I think that could be better than the Walking Ballista. It's a sorcery. Okay, let's try to finish Liliana. What? The opponent can be using maybe Fog to save Liliana. That would explain why did he... yeah. That does it. Alright, so we want to kill Liliana, right? So 4, so we want 8 out of the Rolling Thunder at the very least. We have 9. Let's go with the 9 for, and that should be what? Invalid redirection, of course. Alright, one more for you. And let's hope there's no blossoming. Do not get hexproof here, please. Alright, not great since we are already at 12, but we removed quite a big threats from the opponent. Still, he has the Thatchers up there, dealing 4 more damage to us and 5 mana open. This could prove to be deadly, but let's see what he got. Show me what you got. Alright, no place, so maybe some instant here. Fevered Visions instead of the Ballista. So I think if we use Fevered Visions now, we are actually helping the guy, therefore we just go with the Ballista just now. Okay, 4 to the face, go ahead, Walking Ballista with 5. Okay, that's better. So we leave 1, 2, 3 up and pass the turn. Well, actually, what if the opponent has blossoming? Okay, the hexproof stuff. Okay, let's try to kill one of these now before something awful happens. One more. Okay, there you have it. Okay, so just in case the opponent has... Okay, no! Don't you dare! Okay, we are going to kill this and also kill your elf. Alright, now I think we have to shoot the Fevered Visions and hope for the best. Okay. The opponent draws, well, drawing certainly helps, and we cannot favorably trade against this one, so let's just move. If we fought the Balakut, we could remove this threat. It's Nissa, let's not complain. So maybe tapping like this, get some forest out. Alright, flip the Nissa. Now the opponent has to kill our Nissa. That should buy us some time. Let's see what we hit from our library. It's the Evolving Wilds, goes to the battlefield. And actually I don't think we want to flip that one just yet. So if the opponent swings at our face, I think we should block, as painfully as it sounds, because he could be casting some pump up. Yeah, this Fevered Visions hopefully is good for us because it's going to give the opponent cards, and in this situation it's not going to be great. Of course he doesn't block. Or is the opponent still there? Maybe he is sleeping? Is he bored already? What's happening? Are you there, boy? You're going to receive more cards, don't worry. So the opponent chooses to block or ta-da! Doesn't block. What a surprise. Okay, before I die from my cold, let's try to finish this game. Another Nisa. This one could make us some nice 5/5s, but actually recovering the ballista could be quite good. Alright. No counters. Interesting. If the what's this? Growth. Okay. Not bad. And probably he wants to draw. Opponent draws. He's looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of this. Okay, opponent gets something that we don't know about. He's protecting Nissa. So do we want another card or a 4/4 token? The token could die to a fatal push against this 1/2, but we are going to destroy one of our Nissas anyways. Okay, let's get the card. Can gives us something very cool. Indeed, it's Mina. We could use Mina to give trample to our land, and we can send the Evolving Wilds actually. Okay, drop this one and Mina. And well, I think this Nissa is better for us now. Not entirely sure, but let's hope it is. So okay, we keep this and what next? So we want to send a 5/5 against this guy. Should I send the Evolving Wilds? Okay, here we go. Let's see, we could send these two also to make sure some damage goes through, and I think we could afford to do so. And we are going to give trample to this one using Mina. And then, okay, don't forget the sister. Okay, that's cool. Are you going to use your Red Stature? You are. Okay, we give trample to you, and we have to return. I think bringing back one Either Hub is nice, so we get energy back on the way back. Why are not we able to drop this? I don't know. Did I already play 2 lands? Right. Got rid of this was dangerous because at 6 life, if that Nissa gives counters to the creatures, we are in a very high risk. But now we can start drawing like there's no tomorrow. But actually, I think it could not be bad to have the Ballista returning from the graveyard. Ballista can kill these 2 now. Alright, so the opponent wants to flip Liliana, right? Then she cannot return. Yeah, but we have to protect our life totals here. We cannot afford to let the life total going down here, not until we find our other Nissa's renewal. So we are forced to discard, or the opponent brings back something, but there's not many targets that he wants to kill the Fevered Visions, so be it. No, either hub out. Okay, Dread of the Cowl. So this is the most problematic one, so let's bring the Walking Ballista. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can make this one 5/5. In the pipe, 5/5. Leave one blue out of the deal. Could you? Okay, that's correct. And we do play this. Pew pew pew. Let's shoot down this annoying Death Toucher finally. One more time. And hit Liliana with this guy. And we should save Mina using the ballista, I guess. Double block, maybe? Or just the warrior? No, he lets Liliana take the hit. And then we finish her up with this. And now we are going to receive a card. So before getting that card, let's open this finally. So we reduce the chance of getting one of these from the Fevered Visions. Okay, this should work nicely now, provided we can survive. We are at 6, that's pretty dangerous. Here the opponent has 5 in hand. He has this guy that fabricates. He also he could activate the Quagmire. Another major concern here. Okay, he decides to leave all the blockers like this. So Ireland. So there's several ways that we can do this. 1, 2, 3. So we can recharge our ballista up to 4, then ping down some of them. Also, we could cast the Dread of the Cowl, untap the land, swing with the land. Also, we can draw. So many things going on, but we want to close this as fast as possible. Let's go with this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a 10-10 attack with the fall. Okay, not going to be enough here. Let's untap one of these. Swing with the forest. The forest is powerful. We give it this one trample and save him charging the ballista and killing whatever we need to. Okay, thank you very much. We are going to give this guy some trample, bring back maybe the mountain. That now means that we could shoot down that. So 3 plus 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. That's exactly what we need, but we have to count one more red spell, but here one for you. And let's shoot this one. Okay, doesn't matter because we also have the walking ballista. Bam! Pew! Walking ballista doing a very great job here. Woohoo! 1 victory. Incredible. So we survived quite a lot of planeswalkers there. Right. So before my cold overthrows me, let's do one more game, and that's going to be it. And next time we are going to see the version of this idea, but without using green. Let's see if we can make that one happen. So it is possible to ramp without the green cards, and well, there's many ways. With white, you can even ramp using white, but it's not that easy. Okay, this hand, as good as it appears to be, actually is not going to help us. So we need draw and ramp to begin with. So Sahili, it's kind of cute because she is going to Sahili has a very interesting role in this deck, because if we play her early, it's almost the same as having 4 life gain plus 1 scry. So I think, this is, the earlier we get the favorite visions, the better for us. So I was thinking about dropping Sahili next, but favorite visions is a must, and even if the opponent has enchantment removal, we get at least 1 card out of this, and the opponent has to spend the enchantment removal too. So let's see. So this one alone could take the game if left unattended. So let's see what happens. So Terra Striker, that makes the Sahili a bit risky to play, because the Terra Striker could take her rather easily. So here we want the Warden of Geometries, or ramp. Okay, let's get this. So we pull out Forest from the library. We are ready to cast a total of 5 mana next turn. We are going to be drawing next. And let's hope that the opponent doesn't kill us before the favorite visions does the job. Suppression bonds. Your name's this is not going to do much. So I think that was a misplay from the opponent. If you read suppression bonds, we cannot activate the abilities, but this is a triggered ability. Okay, we are finding now too many lands that we don't want to have in hand. Okay, so at the very least we have access to plenty of mana there. So I don't want to put Sahili out just bare naked because she will die to Tireless Tracker pretty soon. But now that we found Mina, then we can start dumping 2 lands a turn. Fevered Visions already has done 6 damage to the opponent. Let's go Mina. Island and the Either Hub. So let's... well, we could actually cast both, and that saves us some life. We maybe sacrifice one of our guys to save in the Sahili, depending on what's... okay, definitely that's a keep. So Druid here, we are going to fetch another Fevered Visions, and I think that's game. Unless the opponent kills us in about 3 turns, he's going to lose to the Fevered Visions, and we are going to be very happy. Also to note that the opponent has to be aware of Mina and turn. Okay, so Self-Spirit, okay, annoying because now our Balakut has to kill the Self-Spirit before. Okay, Justice. I imagine the opponent has some pump spell, maybe. Let's try. So since we are getting a Fevered Visions, I don't care about losing this guy. We have already ramped quite a lot. The opponent should be spending all the cards he can. Let's see what's next. Okay, do not need that. Fevered Visions plus Druid, plus we draw 2 more cards. Not attacking, not necessary to attack here. Opponent opens, he wants to draw more than he already is. Well, the opponent could have some life gain spells that can make him stay on the game, and he should also try to remove our enchantments. Otherwise we have the game with the Rolling Thunder next turn. Okay, opponent ends at 6. Life gain, opponent, what are you going to do? The Tireless Tracker is very powerful, you can draw more cards, but the opponent already has 7 cards in hand, 7 mana to use to spend. Collective Effort destroys one of our enchantments and pumps all his creatures. Did not destroy it. What? What? Look at this. What happened, guy? You're going to die. Well, the opponent did use this. I don't know. I don't think the opponent realizes this, how these two operate. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we could. If I duplicate one of our guys, I can do one more damage out of the Rolling Thunder. But that one more damage is also equivalent to scrying, and we dealing directly 1 point of damage with Sahili here. Okay, we have enough draw with this combination, and take this. So and now even if he has Blessed Alliance to gain 4 life at instant speed, we still kill the opponent. So for some reason he decided that destroying the favorite visions was not necessary, and he stepped out. Yep. 10 damage. Alright. Okay guys, sorry for having a cold, and I mean, I shouldn't have done this video, but I just was very happy with this deck, but still not satisfied. So next time we are going to take away all the green stuff from the deck and be adding a lot of mana producing artifacts such as this. Okay, let's quickly review what can we use. So we have, okay, Brain Jar is actually almost the same as having mana acceleration, and then we have where are you? Yes, Cultivator's Caravan, and we can also have Seer's Lantern, and one old card that can also be used with in any color, but we are going to try next, is this oldie meteorite for 5. It deals 2 damage when it enters the battlefield. So yeah, could be used in a deck that wants as much mana as possible. So if you have some ideas that you want me to try, please leave your comments, and thank you for all your support. I'll be seeing you soon, I hope, unless I die out of some cold or what. No, okay, until next time, sayonara.